Hello, everybody, and welcome to Catterday Cocktails. Uh, I'm Dr. Tim J. Curtis. The J stands for Jabberwocky. As some of you may know, I'm a veterinarian by trade and a drinker by choice, and that's what I am. But tonight, I'm a bartender. We're going to make a martini tonight. Something we call a 50-50 martini. We're not the only ones who call it that. The guy who made it for me originally called it that, so that's what I'm calling it. Essentially, it is gin. You can make your martinis with vodka, but I prefer gin. We're going to use gin and dry vermouth in equal parts, hence the name 50-50 martini. This drink tonight was inspired by a Zoom happy hour we had earlier this evening with our friends Tim and Christy, who have been sheltering in place in Konstanz, Germany for 9 months.
They haven't been sheltering in place for 9 months.
They've been there for 9 months. They've been sheltering in place since Germany has been for the last, whatever,
Got it.
month and a half. Anyway, again, this drink was inspired by this happy hour this evening, and the way it came about, we played a little game called What's on Your Liquor Shelf? More precisely, they told us what was on their liquor shelf and asked what could be made. So that's the game we played. They had some very lovely gin, and they had a few other things. But because we needed a quick drink so that we could all sit down and have happy hour, we chose something that was very fast to make. They also had vermouth, so we made a 50-50 martini. They made, I should say. So pretty simple stuff here. It's going to be pretty straightforward. This is the second one I've made tonight, so it's going to be a smaller one because the night is almost over. So here we go. I also want to give a shout out to Tim and Christy. That's kind of where we started this video. And this is a literal shout out to Tim and Christy because I have no other subscribers and no one else is watching these videos. So, how you doing? So we're gonna go 1 ounce and 1 ounce. 1 ounce of gin. You might also be wondering, where's my shaker? We're not shaking our martinis tonight, okay? The main reason I don't shake martinis, not just because James Bond enjoys his stirred, I really don't want to bruise the gin. That's not a real thing. You can't bruise the gin. But it is something that you probably should say when your friend orders a shaken martini at the bar next time. Just tell them, hey man, you're gonna bruise the gin. Pretend like you know what you're talking about. Okay. Ingredients in. Let's get some ice in here. Let's get our glass. We're gonna use a new kind of glassware today. It's a Nick and Nora glass. This glassware typically is used to serve stirred drinks, like the kind we're making tonight. Martinis. You don't need a martini glass. I don't think I have a martini glass. I like these. They're very pretty. You could put a Negroni, Sazerac, anything that's stirred without citrus. So, here we go. All right. Little lemon garnish here. Make it pretty. A little twist. Drop it in. It's your 50-50 martini. Before we end this evening, I just want to remind everybody out there, please, in these times, remember to be kind. But no matter how kind you are, German children will always be kinder.
Prost.
Prost. Hello, everybody. And this is an addendum to the 50-50 martini instructional video. I made a huge error, and it's a hurtful error. In this earlier in the video, I referred to James Bond. I'm a huge James Bond fan, and I misspoke. James Bond does not prefer his martinis stirred. He prefers them shaken. I have no idea why he wants to bruise the hell out of his gin. But I just want you to know, I know Bond only drinks a shaken martini. Shaken, not stirred. I cannot release this to the internet without that clarification. This is my 4th martini tonight. It's an honest mistake. Take care.